February 14th, 2022. I did onboarding at Walmart in Lawrence, South Carolina. But this is going to show you, I'm redoing this video without any of my hate. I'm just going to show you and talk about what happened at Walmart onboarding February 14th, 2022 in Lawrence, South Carolina. There was many issues, and I'll talk about them. But I'm going to talk about what happened every day. So, if you want to know about Walmart to get hired on, right now they're advertising big about their new pay raise. I'll give you the details what happened every day in Lawrence, South Carolina. February 14th of 2022, that week of. So, cue the intro. Process to get hired on at Walmart Transportation. You go online, you fill out the application if that DC is hiring drivers. And if they approve you, I'm sure they'd pull your MVR and all that good jazz. They set up a phone interview and you talk to a recruiter for about 20 to 30 minutes, give or take, for the recruiter. And afterwards, they'll give you a job offer. But before you go and get a date for onboarding, you have to do a complete background check. They do MVR, your DAG. You had to fill out different waivers for all that to get done. Depends on what DC you go at, will be out of, is what region they considered, and you go to a certain region for onboarding. I was going to go out of Shelby, North Carolina, about an hour from my house, west. I live in Statesville, North Carolina, so I had to go out of Lawrence, South Carolina. That's that region's DC for onboarding. Now, if I went an hour and a half east to Mebane, North Carolina, which is a reefer warehouse grocery, I would have gone out of Dover, Delaware, my home state. Lawrence, South Carolina, it's where I ended up had to go for onboarding. They do parts of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, and a little bit of Mississippi. I had to go to Lawrence, South Carolina. Now, you have to drive your personal car or rent a car, but they do pay, I believe, 59 cents a mile there and back, and the 20 miles to the DC and back every day. So, after you go through all their background checks and they set up onboarding, you have to be there between 3 and 5 Sunday night at a Holiday Inn Express in, I believe, Simpsonville, South Carolina, which is about 20 miles from the DC. You go, check in. You have to go through a short little 20, 30-minute deal at the hotel. They break the drivers up where they go through your application, make sure everything is correct. They give you a temporary badge with your name on it, where it says Walmart on it, and tells you, okay, leave this hotel at 6:50 and go to the DC. Just follow go down the interstate to such and such section. It's right there. Go to the guard check. They'll take your temperature and then park to the right. But leave the hotel at 6:50. Okay. So, Monday morning, wake up, shower, get ready. I'm ready to go. Go downstairs, eat breakfast. And then right at 6:50, most of us got up, got in our cars, and drove to the DC. Went to the gate. They took our temperature and had us park on the side, turn our four-ways on, and wait. And they went through and checked you in one by one by one. And then they showed us where we parked. We park, go inside. They show us where the driver's room is to do the class. And then they have a little Walmart goodie bag for us and tell us, okay, we're going to have everyone do drug screens, but you need to fill out this forms, and then we'll call you one by one to go in the back and do your federal paperwork, your I-9 or whatever. You have to bring some ID and show everything that you're legal to work in the United States. Go upstairs and drug screen. Which there was about 25 of us. I'm like, okay, this ain't bad class. And they're like, well, right before lunch, the other half will come. Other half. There was 50 in our class. And then right before lunch, the other half showed up because they did a drug screen at the hotel and the paperwork. Because there was 50 of us that would have took all day to do drug screens. So that's why they broke us up. And then the HR showed us a video, and then, safety talked a little bit. And then there was 50 of us. They broke us up into, I believe, 4 or 6 groups. There was probably 15 per group. And they showed us the Walmart way, how to do a pre-trip. Now, the pre-trips, I did a video. You can watch the other ones for the Walmart pre-trip, the Walmart way. I showed the handbook. But they show you how to do the pre-trip, which, like I said, there was 15 or so. You couldn't hear them talk or nothing to do the pre-trip. And then they did show you the backing. I showed in the video at the backing. In this video, I showed that little clip about the backing, which I'll show it right here. All right, you see the 2 trailers right there. Without the trucks, just the trailers closer together. Imagine another truck right here, this empty spot. You got parked that truck between those 2 trailers. Truck and trailer between those 2 trailers. Yeah, I'm at a truck stop. But there's only about 40 feet above, maybe 55 feet above that drop trailer here. And then it was across over here. And then it was out a little bit longer over in here area. And you had 20 minutes to park that truck and trailer between those 2 without hitting any of the cones or the 2 trailers. That was their backing. Okay. And then afterwards, they told us, okay, you just saw the pre-trip and the backing. Don't leave the hotel till 7:55. Don't come early. Because they already yelled at us because some of us came early. Well, we all were sent home. We're sent back to the hotel. Sorry. And Tuesday morning, go eat breakfast, drive to the DC, get our temperature checked, pull to the side, wait for them to come by and check your name one by one. Park, go inside, and then yelled at us, oh, we had some drivers here 5 minutes too soon. Don't leave before such and such. Don't leave early. Yelled at us again. That's 2. Yelled at us about coming early. But Walmart don't like you go late when you deliver a load to them. Who knows? So, Tuesday morning, they went through, safety talked a little bit. They asked us what we wanted for lunch the night before. So each day they ask about, okay, we can have this or that. What does people want? Because there were some vegetarian, some vegan, whatever. Every day they asked what we wanted for eat. And they just went to one place and had different things ordered. Then outside they have a big white tent. Sometimes they ran the heat, sometimes they didn't. It was middle of February. It was cold. So of course we were all bundled up. They had 3 stations doing the backing. I think 4 doing pre-trips, and I believe 5 or 6 doing road test. So there's 50 drivers. Takes a while to do everything. First up, I did my pre-trip. Got her done. You had 30 minutes to do a complete pre-trip on the truck. Hook up, trailer, unhook. You had 30 minutes. Passed, no problem. Missed one thing, I think. And then right before lunch, they were bringing the food in, and the guy's like, oh, come on, Ralph, let's go do the backing. Well, I'm like, okay, whatever. So, here I go, do my backing. And next thing I know, it blows the horn. It's been 20 minutes. I think it's only been about 10, but I didn't have a watch. I now have an iWatch. I can look and see what time. But, okay, today's the first day, don't count. No problem. We go in and eat, come back out to the tent. Some people were smoking, some weren't, because they have a smoking section, even though you're not allowed to smoke in a Walmart truck, but there was probably 10 smokers in our 50 class. So, Then it was my drive time. Went on the road, did a little interstate driving, some back roads, some city, no problem. Came back, I said, any issues? Nope, you did good. I knew I failed the backing because it's supposedly timed out. Pre-trip, good. So they told us, then we went back inside and they talked to us after lunch. We had lunch, we finished, everyone finished up. Then we watched another safety video and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And we went, hey, go back outside and watch them do the Walmart pre-trip again and the Walmart backing. And this time they said, well, don't leave the hotel till such and such time. So here we go, Wednesday morning. Eat breakfast at the hotel, drive to the DC. Same thing, temperature screen, park, wait for them to check us in, then go to our parking area and then walk inside. And of course we got yelled at again because some drivers left 2 minutes too soon. So that's third time we got yelled at for supposedly coming too soon. Go inside Wednesday and did a little bit more safety stuff, a little more HR stuff. Then we went outside to the big tent, or people went to the smoking area where we did our backing, pre-trip, and driving. Like I said, there was 3 stations doing backing, 4, I believe, doing pre-trips, and like I said, 5 or 6 doing road test. And each time you did the maneuver, you had different instructors. So they had probably 30 or 40 instructors from all over those regions, DCs. You never had the same one twice. And Wednesday, we all realized all these instructors have different ways of making sure everything passes or not. So we brought it up to their attention, like, oh, okay, we're going to have a meeting after you all leave Wednesday. We're going to get everyone on the same path. Because there's most of the drivers complaining, like, look, Bob Smith's saying this, Joe Smith's saying that, Frank is saying this. You all need to get on the same path. This is supposedly such a good job, and Walmart has their own way. Why is every instructor or CDT or whatever they want to call them have different ways of saying it's right or wrong? There's something wrong here. And they swore, they told us, it's okay, we'll have a talk with all the CDTs tonight when you all go home. We'll make sure it's right for Thursday. Thursday's test day. So we all leave the hotel Thursday morning after breakfast, of course got yelled at because some of us got there too soon. Some of us got there too late because they yelled at us for being late, early. And, every day they yelled at us for not being there at the right time, So we go inside. They, okay, you all got this, you got this, And Thursday morning, went out to the tent. After that, went to the tent. And they called you one by one. First thing up, backing. And I had a different station. And while I was way out, nowhere near the trailers, the guy over here blew the air horn for his guy hit a trailer. He failed that. So that messed me up. So it took me a little bit longer to get in there. He's like, well, you got it kind of close. You got it down to 18 minutes. I'm like, well, he said, yeah, I know that horn messed you up. He said, it's okay. You got it in. You passed. You're good. Good deal. And then right before lunch, they called me to do my road test. And I'll show you this intersection right up here. It's right up the road from, you go out to DC, turn left to get into town. This is that intersection right there. And you go up to that intersection, I had to turn right. I moved over a little bit because they tell you hit the curb, you fail. So I left about 2 feet room, maybe 3 feet from the curb with my trailer. Make the turn, go up a little bit, a couple miles, and I had to make another right turn. And this time there was a car staring there. It was a two-lane road turning onto a 2-lane road. So I stopped, let those guys go, waited for the light to switch to make my turn. No problem. Turned it, went up a little bit, got on the interstate, did some interstate, got back to the DC and parked. And I said, is there any issues? Nope, you did a good job, Ralph. You're good to go. Every day I asked them if there was any issues with the driving. Nope, none. You're good. You're good. So that was Tuesday, Wednesday, and now Thursday. You're good. This is test day. Thursdays are test day. If you fail Thursday, you got to come back Friday. So then after lunch, I did my pre-trip. you're good to go, Ralph. You got it in 18 minutes, whatever, or 28 minutes, because you have 30 minutes to do a pre-trip. Did the pre-trip. You're good to go. So I'm like, I did the backing in 18. I did a pre-trip in 28. And he said I did good on the road test. I'm hired. I'm good. Still didn't like some of the Walmart policies, but I passed everything. So after everyone passed, and we went inside, and they did some more safety videos, all different things. They started calling us one by one because they added up all our points and stuff. I was about the fifth one called upstairs. They're like, bring your stuff when you're called upstairs. What's going on here? So I go upstairs. There's the guy who was running the safety guy. Two safety guys, one from Lawrence, one from Florida. The guy who was supposedly over onboarding out of Lawrence. A couple other guys, I think. They had you sit down. Okay, what's up? He said, well, let's look at your stuff. He said, Monday, he said, look, you failed the backing, or Tuesday. He was like, look, you failed the backing. I'm like, yeah, I know, failed the backing. He said it was 20 minutes. I don't believe it was. It's okay. He said, Tuesday don't matter. He said, you missed 2 points on, pre-trip on Tuesday. You did good. Driving, good. He looked at Wednesday. He said, Wednesday, you passed the backing. You did the good on a pre-trip. He said, but I got you down for speeding Wednesday. I'm like, where? Oh, they got you down for speeding and they got you down for this. I'm like, I asked when I came back there was any issues, and they told me I was good. I said, we had to talk about this Wednesday about the instructors not being on the same path. Yeah, we know we have issues here, and well, yeah, let's look at today. I'm like, okay. He said, well, you did the backing in 18 minutes. I'm like, yep. He said, you did the pre-trip in 28 minutes. I'm like, yep. He said, you did good there. He said, on the road test, you failed. I'm like, from what? You made that first turn down here. Here's the picture of it. Too wide. I'm like, I left 2 feet gap between my trailer tires and that curb. A car could have passed you on the right. That's why you failed. I'm like, what kind of car is less than 2 feet wide? He said, well, he also got you for speeding. I'm like, he did? Yeah, he's wrote you down for speeding. I said, that's funny. When I got back to the DC, he said everything was good. I had no issues. I said, that's another thing right there. That's 2 drivers saying I had issues. When I got back, said I didn't. But I wrote down I did. Oh, yeah, we have to have a talk with these CDTs about this, and we need you to come back tomorrow and retest all 3. I'm like, for these same instructors? Oh, no, you're going to have either the safety guy or one of the America Road team come up and do your driving test and stuff. I'm like, okay. So they're like, come back Friday, Ralph. We know you can do it. You got it. You got it. Okay, I'll come back. Something down my stomach wasn't feeling right. Get to the hotel. There was about 15 or 20 of us that were staying around. Some of us went home. Some of the drivers went home. They didn't come. Friday morning, we went to the DC. There was probably 15 of us. And we had to go to the tent and wait. But before, one of the guys said, oh, let's pray. And we need to have a little powwow with y'all. Okay. So there was 8, 10 of us, whatever. He said, I don't care what it takes. If you have to sit at a light for 3 lights to make a right turn, make sure you sit there at the light. What in the world? I didn't think nothing about it. So I do my driving Friday morning. It's the first thing I did. Thank God. I went with one in America's Road team out of Hope Mills, North Carolina. Went in his truck, did the driving. And this whole time he's looking at his phone, watching my speed. Okay. I'm going 5 miles under whatever I think the speed limit is. Because all the 4 different paths for the driving, which is about 20 minutes, I saw 2 speed signs, I believe. So I'm making sure, okay, this area here looks like it's 35. I was doing 32, and that type of deal. Go up to this intersection, which I showed before, and this time made a left. Slow down across, act like I had hazmat when I crossed the river tracks, come to a stop. Go up a little bit, turn left, again, go around Goat Trail and all that, and come back. Go back to that same intersection. It's 4-lane intersection, center turn lane, and the right turn lanes in each turn. I showed you, here's the intersection right here. This time I'm headed north, I guess you consider that north, and turning right. This time there was a semi-truck in that middle turn lane. So I had 2 lanes, that semi-truck, flatbed. I had my turn lane, 2 lanes, and a center turn lane. So I pull up, I had the green light. I'm in the turn lane. I moved over a little bit, bottlenecked it, and made that right turn. He threw down his clipboard and said, "You failed. You're supposed to stop at that light." Like, okay, whatever. So I'm driving back to the DC. About a mile and a half to it, there was a car was on the road, was turning left in front of me. Cut me off. I slowed down. I knew it was coming off. He started yelling at the car. I just looked over him. This guy's supposed to be part of the road team. Whatever. Go in the gate, park, and then he has me go back upstairs to that room. And he's like, "Well, Ralph, you failed. You need to come back in 60 days. I'm like, "I'm not coming back to Walmart to be a driver. I'm sorry. No." And he took the receipts for my meals. He said I had 60 days, 6 months, whatever, I can come back and redo it. But I had to go for the whole week. I'm like, no, I'm not coming back to Walmart. He took the copies of my receipts. He asked where I lived, even though they had my address. And they were supposed to send me a check for the travel expenses, 59 cents a mile each way, and my up to $22 a day for meals. He said, "Oh, we'll send you a check," blah, blah, blah. I gave them back that temporary badge, thanked them. And of course, they walked me to my car scared I was going to steal a cone. Whatever. And I went home. About 3 weeks later, I got a $1,200 check for that week of onboarding. And then 2 months later, month and a half, 2 months later, I sent him an email. I'm like, "Y'all were supposed to send me travel expenses and the meals. I still haven't got it." It was another 3 weeks before I got that. They gave me almost $350, $360. So I got all the money I was due at Walmart. I'm just stating what happened every day. Sorry. If anybody has any comments, questions, or concerns about Walmart, ask. I did a video about the pre-trip. I did a video about how they expect you to hook in, a trailer. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them below. I try to do this video without any hate and discontent, because some people said I had too much hate in my last video. That's why I deleted it. But this is what happened to me on onboarding in Lawrence, South Carolina, February 14, 2022. I will not go back to Walmart. They left a sour taste in my mouth. How they treated us, yelled at us every day for coming early or coming late, and how none of the CDTs was on the same path on anything, how to what passed or what failed. So take this for your own worth. If you want to go to Walmart, they are hiring. Supposedly $95,000 to $110,000. It's up to you. But this is what you can expect from Lawrence, South Carolina. Hopefully Lawrence will change their way. My buddy wants me to go back, but this time go up to Dover, Delaware. Sorry, the taste in my mouth is done with Walmart. Walmart did pay me for what I did. I'm okay with it. But like I said, I'm not going back. If you're new, please subscribe. Thumb up the video. And be careful of your speeds, because there's no real speed signs around Lawrence, South Carolina. I counted 2. You do different turns. Make sure you don't hit no curbs. Make sure you don't speed when you're doing the road test. The pre-trip, you have 30 minutes and you get 20 in the bag. They don't stop the clock when you're hooking up to a trailer, like one driver said. You got 30 minutes to do a pre-trip, I did a video on, and 20 minutes to do the bagging. Everyone, I hope this helps. I'll catch you next time. While editing, one good thing about going to Walmart onboarding, it's got me not being so get up and go. Before, I didn't do a good pre-trip, post-trip, drop or hook, checking the pins, stuff like that. But now, I get out, in and out of this truck so much now. It's helped my back. I've lost weight. So that is one of the good things about the Walmart. It's got me to make sure I look at the equipment a lot better than I was before. It's making sure I go out and look at the pins on the trailer instead of just doing a tug test and say, I'm good to go. It's got me actually every day going out and walking around the truck and trailer. Some days I used to not to, but I do now. I even look at the fifth wheel and climb under the trailer, just do a tug test. So that's some of the things Walmart did do for me. They made me look at the equipment a lot better, because Walmart has their own way. So that's one of the good things about Walmart. And no, I will not go back to Walmart. I'll catch you next time.